Hola amigos! So, I haven't done a story time in such a long time, so I thought, why not do another one? Because I just thought of a story time that took place a few years ago when my mom and I lived in a different apartment. Ooh, this is a really gross story, and my mom and I talked about this story the other day, so I thought, like, why not just tell it to you guys, because it's gross. It's so gross. Let's just begin from the start. So this was a few years ago when my mom and I lived in another apartment. So maybe 4 or so years ago, or maybe even more, because we had just moved to Denmark at that time. So we were living in this apartment, so I think about for a year now, something in between that, I'm not sure. Anyways, and we were just, living there, everything was going like normal, and then suddenly our next door neighbor started to get like really loud at nights and in the mornings, and it seemed like they had like doubled in humans in there, because in the beginning there were like 4 people, and then suddenly there were like 8 people in there, and I was like, are they like having a party every day? But it seemed like more people had moved into their apartment, which was a bit strange because there is a limit, capacity that apartments can have in this apartment complex, and it's just like that apartment isn't that big, so we couldn't understand how so many people would fit in there and sleep in there and live in there. Anyways, and then we figured out that these new members of their families were from Turkey. They were all from Turkey, but these new family members, maybe 4 of them or so, just came from Turkey, and they didn't know any Danish or anything. They had just arrived, so everything was new to them, the culture, the language, everything. And so, that was just like fine. We were just also like foreigners and stuff, so that was fine, and we didn't think of, anything. And then one day, I'm not sure which one of us, if it was me or my mom, but we stepped out of our apartment, and what we saw was the grossest thing we've ever seen in front of our front door. When we opened the door, oh my god, I don't even think you guys would believe it, but we saw a pile of poop. And I really don't remember which one of us it was, but I just know that we screamed and we freaked out because we started to think maybe it was the dog, because we had a neighbor that had a little dog, but that had never happened before, so it was a bit strange, and they never let their dog out, by themselves. So if the dog was the one who had pooped, then they would have probably just picked that up, but it was just laying there in front of our door. We couldn't go anywhere, because then we might have stepped on the poop. So what we did was, my mom told me to go into the bathroom and fill up a bucket full of chlorine, soap, and warm water, and we were just going to clean it by ourselves because we didn't know whose poop that was, so we couldn't blame anyone. So we did that, and my mom was really brave. She's the one who cleaned it up, and I was just the one, taking the chlorine to her. And so she cleaned that up, and then we were like, okay, so maybe that was just a dog. But then suddenly the next day or a few days after, there was another pile of poop, and it was just in front of our door like that again. We started to feel a bit strange, because why was it always in front of our door, as if somebody planted it there? And so we started to get a bit suspicious of our next door neighbors who had just moved in with their new family members, because they had a really young child, and this child looked like maybe 2 years old, something like that, and she was always just wearing her diaper and a t-shirt, and we started to get a bit suspicious if she was the one pooping everywhere. But that would be a bit strange, because that would have meant that the child, who was just 3, would have just walked in our hallway area, and that's a bit strange because we were on the 3rd floor at the time, and there was a lot of stairs, so that wouldn't have been child safe. So that was a bit weird, because also if it was the child, then wouldn't the parents have seen that and picked that up? And she was wearing a diaper, so why didn't she just poop in her pants or something? So then we just didn't know what to do, so we just cleaned that up again. Oh, we saw this baby. She was walking and she put down her pants and she started to poop. And then we knew that she was the one who had, you know, pooped all over our front, you know, door. So we were like, okay, so it's not of course the child's fault because she didn't know any better, but the parents or maybe the aunt, I don't know, she wasn't the mom of the baby, but she was a relative. They were all living in the same apartment, and my mom confronted them and she was like, you know,
could you please clean your child's poop when she poops in the area?
The woman had the nerve to like you know, almost be like,
oh no, it's okay because she's just a child, she doesn't know any better, and it's okay because she doesn't know, blah blah.
And we were like, but shouldn't they like clean it? So they were like arguing, my mom and this, you know, lady who lived with the baby and her other like 1 million relatives. They were saying that the child only pooped because back in Turkey apparently they didn't have any bathrooms or something, so the baby would just like poop wherever she could poop even though she's wearing a diaper. So I'm not sure how that works out, but yeah, so that was their excuse. After that, it did happen a few more times. So the baby like pooped on the bottom part of the apartment complex. When you just walk in front of the first like door, you would see the poop again, and we had to like pour chlorine and warm water on it again. And my mom was so annoyed because she had to clean like the whole apartment complex like every day or something to clean that poop, and it was really smelly and really gross. But then I don't know what happened, I don't even remember, but it did stop and the baby like stopped pooping, but I don't remember why or if they moved away. But I know at some point they did move away because we didn't see them anymore. I hope the baby knows how to poop in her pants now instead of on the ground, and I hope she knows how to use her diaper, and I really hope her parent like cleans up her poop the next time she like poops in front of somebody else's apartment door. That wasn't a really gross story time, but really we can't really blame, you know, the baby, but the parents should have cleaned that up. If you guys want any more story times, then make sure to go down below and comment and tell me what you want me to make next, any videos of your choice. And also make sure to go down below and turn on the post notifications bell so you will know when I upload a new video, and also subscribe to this channel, AriaVille. Thank you so much guys, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Gracias por ver, and I will see you next time.